looks like we're all good up here. Welcome to our first ever LCRMEA Honor Choir. So this idea came from the Evergreen School District when they used to have a high school honor choir, which no longer happens, and it had been a year or two we didn't have it, and we thought, why don't we do this, but do an 8th grade one and a high school one that includes more than just the Evergreen District. And we have, I believe, 14 schools represented in the middle school and 7 or 8 in the high school one. Does that sound right? That's pretty awesome to have such a wide variety of school participation in our first year. So let's applaud that first. So a couple of nuts and bolts things. When we attend a concert of this type, we want to make sure we're able to listen and be respectful to the people around us. So a couple things. If you have a cell phone with you, please make sure it is silent so that it does not accidentally go off in the middle of the performance. Also, if you have a device, please do not use it for entertainment purposes during performances. It is okay if you take pictures or if you're going to videotape, but please do not play games or listen to music with headphones in during the concert. I have seen that happen. So if you have a phone, make sure it's on silent. If you need to get up and use the restroom for any reason, that's totally okay. If you can try to time that between songs or between groups, that would be ideal. I want to first say thank you so much to all of the middle school teachers who helped put this together. My name is Kim Clausen, and I'm the host for the middle school ensemble. And we had so many middle school teachers that helped out, so I just want to say a sincere thank you to them. I also want to take the time to introduce you to our guest conductor for the middle school honor choir. His name is Mr. John Baker, and he is somebody that I'd heard about for many years before I moved down to Vancouver. And he doesn't know this, but I went to one of the sessions that was about how to run a choir retreat. And I have your DVD, and I've watched it 3 times. I've never done a choir retreat, but I wanted to be prepared with the information that he knows about how to do that, because he's such a master at these things. And I knew that when we did this today, he would be fantastic. You can read about him in the program. But some things that I learned about John today that I didn't know is that he is genuine, and he is caring, and he is a lot of fun. And he kept these guys smiling and laughing and energetic for like 8 hours today. So that is a huge accomplishment. You can ask your students about this later. He told them how they can buy a house. 7 houses. He told them how to buy 7 houses. So ask them about that, because they learned more than about singing and about being kind, generous people today. They learned some real life lessons. So without further ado, Mr. John Baker and the Middle School Honor Choir.
Well, to be real honest, it was really only a 3-hour rehearsal this morning and a 2-hour rehearsal this afternoon. But these kids, I've done lots of this, and these kids were prepared, and I'm so grateful for the junior high teachers that taught them the music, because the kids weren't just guessing at notes, they were getting them right. I was telling some of the directors early this year, I did an honor choir. I won't tell you what area of the country it was in, but when I got to the festival, the kids were singing the music with me for the first time, and they called it an honor choir. And I'm sorry, but it's not an honor choir if I'm going to teach you the music in the 5 hours I get with you. So this truly was an honor choir. And what she said, 14 groups being represented, that's amazing. The kids from this many different schools have come together, and they're like a choir, they really are. And they were talking about how much fun they've had meeting each other. Many of them, when I said, what did you get out of the day, what was your highlight? Meeting kids from other schools. So this is a fabulous start to hopefully, I think, will be a tradition of what she's starting here. It's a great thing. I gave the kids 3 challenges today. And it was all from the same director. How many of you heard the name John Wooden? If you're older than 40, hopefully you've heard his name. John Wooden was the basketball coach at UCLA for a long time. He won like 10 NCAA championships in 12 years. And I remember as being a middle schooler myself, I watched John Wooden on TV, and I was telling the students I thought he was probably some egomaniac and some really, really hard-driven person to have that good at teams. UCLA, back in his day, they hardly ever lost a game, and I thought, it must be unfair somehow. Then I fast forward, I became a teacher, and I'm in an old used bookstore, and I find a picture of John Wooden's face that said, "They call me Coach." And I thought, oh, that's that guy that I probably think is not that great of a guy. I bought the book and read it, and changed my life. The man is a mentor to many. He's a good man. He didn't set teams out to win. And before I read the book, I wanted to have the best choir around. I wanted to have the choir that would win everything. After reading his book, my goal became not to beat other kids. My goal became to, how good can I prepare these students so they can be the best they can be? Not to win anything, but just for their own integrity. How good can high school singers sing? And that became my mantra. And I wrote John Wooden a letter back, and I thanked him for the book. And John Wooden wrote me back a 2-page handwritten letter within 2 weeks of me sending him a letter. And that to me, I can't believe a man of his stature would take the time to answer a choir director who doesn't even play that much basketball and said, I read your book and it changed my teaching career. Maybe that impressed him because I'm not a basketball player, but maybe not. I just know good people are good people, and he is good people. The three of the quotes that I gave the kids to challenge them: do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. I think everybody can relate to that. When you let little things bog you down, if you can't do it, then you can't do anything, baloney. If you can do that much, great, now add a little bit more. So my challenge to them was, don't be bothered if you don't know all the notes, let's get some more right. And we did, we got a lot more right. And then a real important one, you always win when you make the full effort to be the best of which you are capable. They now have that memorized, and I told them when I see them in 15 or 20 years from now, I want them to remind me, just to remind me that they have that memorized, and maybe it helped them in some sort of way. But I really believe that. A winner is somebody who just makes their best effort. They don't have to have the highest score or jump the tallest. If you try your hardest on anything, you're a winner. And I also said, don't try to be better than others. Try to be your best self. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. What are you capable of doing today? What's your best effort? And for 5 hours, I'm here to tell you that if your kid's up here, I think your kid tried their hardest for 5 hours, because I had no discipline issue. I had no problems at all. They were really fun to work with. And my goal today was to have fun, and I did. And meeting Kim Clausen was interesting, because when we met for dinner the other night, she said, "How do you know this guy?" Which is really kind of weird. She had a picture of a guy, and how do you know him? So her cousin, turns out, is dating my daughter in Denver, Colorado. Because I was in Mexico. Since I retired, my wife and I travel lots of places because we can. And we were in Mexico, we took a picture, I put it on Facebook, and Sam Straka, I'm saying it wrong even. Sam Straka answered something on it, and then she saw it. And she said, "How do you know this guy?" Well, he's dating my daughter. Anyway, so we may be related sometimes. Before we start singing, I'd just like to say something that motivated me greatly was a poem I got. We don't know who it came from, but Eve Ely, he's a conductor out of Missouri, he said this to me about 35 years ago at a conference I attended. "For the common things of every day, God gave us words in a common way. For the deeper things we think and feel, He gave the poet words to reveal. But for the heights and depths that know no reach, God gave us music, the soul's own speech." I believe that with all my heart.
Our first song is a traditional Spanish folk song entitled El Vito. The melody is from a traditional dance, El Vito. Composed by Victor Johnson. Our trio is Jalen Hornbuckle, Anna Van de Krol, and Jacob Scotts.
The river sleeps.
Our next song is sung by just the girls in the choir. It is a traditional Irish folk song called Bandy Roll, arranged by Susan Bloomfield.
Evan auditioned for a solo. He did get the solo, but the quality of his voice was like an MC. That's why we're featuring Evan tonight as our MC. What I like to also point out, we had a lot of fun, but without Mark Wiedenberg at the piano, we wouldn't have got much done. So can we all give him a break?
The next song is sung by just the boys, entitled Bound for Jubilee. Our boys in the quartet are Max Hilton, Sebastian Oriana, Will Rushing, and Justice Sherwood.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, I am on my way, bound for Jubilee. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I am on my way, bound for Jubilee. Oh, my brother, won't you come with me? Oh, my sister, you must come today. Oh, my brother, Jubilee. My Lord's calling, I must go with him. Can't you hear him calling you today? My Lord's calling, I must go with him. Or the devil might come and take me away before I get to Jubilee. My Lord's calling, I must go with him. Can't you hear him calling you today? My Lord's calling, I must go with him. Or the devil might come and take me away before I get to Jubilee. Hallelujah, hallelujah, bound for Jubilee. Hallelujah, hallelujah, bound for Jubilee.
Our last song today is entitled Sisi no Moya, which translated means We Are One. Our narrators are Chloe Stewart, Alexis Horton, Emily Edwell, Gracie Contreras, Colin Trumbo, Tegan Saul Yours, Andrew Wade, and Dylan Neat.
We all laugh, we all cry, we all feel hunger, we all feel pain.
We all love, we all hate, we all hope, and we all dream. We are one world and we are one people, and we all breathe the same.
A tribe of different languages and a group with many heartaches.
Fighting for peace among the land.
We all want, we all need, we all see passion, and we all see joy. We all bruise, we all scar, we all fear, but learn to thrive.
We are all one world, one people, but we all breathe the same.